You always do that voice. Hey, how you doing?
We weren't out at 6 a.m., were we? Ha ha, sorry.
What?
We
Our episode. Nope, sorry, we're recording on Sunday.
Yeah. Listen, we have lives.
Sort of.
Not really.
This episode will
we
come
have
out
lots
in
of
about an hour.
excuses.
Or so.
You know how
Yeah.
we do. Hi, I'm Amy.
Hi, I'm Whitney, and this is On the Haunt. Hello, welcome. We're here.
We are here. We survived our little getaway last weekend.
Yes, we did, to haunted Hannibal, Missouri.
Yes. It was an interesting trip. We get to the B&B, and the innkeeper was incredibly terrifying.
I think you should call him the Crypt Keeper.
Yes, the crypt keeper with his poker visor.
And his Crocs with socks.
Crocs with socks. He was rocking the Crocs with socks,
my gosh.
and I thought he was going to make us leave.
Oh, yeah. Literally no welcome. It was, there's 3 of you? Why?
I emailed you. There were 3 of us.
Yes. Do you know email?
He's like, well, it's a queen-size bed. We're like, we'll make it work. He's like,
We're like,
there's a
so?
fainting couch.
We're like, what is that? Actually, I totally knew.
Do we post a picture of us on the fainting couch on social media?
Well, I think you're sitting on my lap on the fainting couch. Do we have a picture of us laying on it? We should look. Anyway, I was going to make a TikTok of all these videos together. Haven't got to it. Also don't know how to do TikTok because I'm 100 years
Exactly.
old. So anyway, it was fun.
It was, well, that's,
It was something.
we did not have any experiences. We tried out our new ghost hunting equipment we bought at the Museum for the Haunted Hannibal Tours.
I'm also going to, I have my EMF detector that I bought there on, but now it's like going bananas because we're surrounded by electric stuff. So,
But the funny thing is, the place where we were staying, the B&B we were staying, was on the Hannibal Haunted Tour. Mm-hmm. And so we heard a car idling outside at like, 11:30 at night. We peek out. It is the Haunted Hannibal bus. So we were acting like morons in the window. Trying to pretend like we were ghosts and stuff. So.
It was really great. And then I don't remember if it was you or Keaton, was like, put your butt in the window. Did we do that? I feel like
no, I think the bus pulled away.
We're like, dang it! What a
You're
missed
like,
opportunity.
Keaton, flick the light off and on.
We're such idiots,
We are
but
such
hopefully they
idiots.
got a
We
kick
like
out
to
of
give
that.
them their money's worth.
Yeah.
You know?
So we're there, and the guy's like giving us a spiel about Hannibal, and we're like, yeah, we live 30 minutes away. We understand this, the gist of this. And Amy's like, yeah, we saw this on the haunted tour, so we wanted to come stay here. And he's like, oh, well, your room's got the most activity. Period. End of conversation. Yeah. No, wouldn't say
In fact,
anymore.
I think immediately after that, he opened the door and was like, okay, go explore Hannibal.
I know, leave
he
now.
was like, get out.
Yeah, so that's all he said.
Yeah.
Our room was incredibly creepy. But yeah, nothing happened. Although I literally got no sleep. So,
No,
I was so
and it was
afraid.
a bed and breakfast, and we didn't want to go to the breakfast because we didn't want to sit and
other
have awkward
people.
conversations. So we left a note because it said, if you're not staying for breakfast, leave a note. So at like 11 p.m., we left a note.
And I suggested say, due to extreme diarrhea, we are leaving early.
But I just said due to food allergies. But we did that at 11 p.m. At approximately 11:03 p.m., you hear dishes clattering.
Clink, clink,
he
clink,
was
clink,
just
clink,
like,
clink.
well, down the stairs, rage-filled, clearing the table.
It was so weird.
It was really weird. And then we snuck out under the cover of darkness.
We did.
Early in the morning. And then Whitney realized she forgot her coat.
Yes, so we went
had
back.
to sneak back under the cover
We're
of
still
darkness.
unsure like where the Crypt Keeper lived.
Well, I was reading the reviews on Yelp, and
oh.
apparently he lives on the 3rd floor.
What?
Remember how we saw the light was on up there when we came back and then it was off the next day?
How
And I'm
did
pretty
you
sure the door to the 3rd floor was like right across from our room. There was a random door there that looked like it would probably lead to an attic.
Ooh. Oh, that's so weird. I don't like that. Is that typical where the person who owns the bed and breakfast lives there? That's literally my first bed and breakfast experience.
Mine as well. And my last.
My last. There's too much.
It was nothing like when Joey Potter had a B&B on Dawson's Creek.
Yeah,
I
there's
really
just
had high expectations.
Too much community wanting to be.
Oh, and then we got tickets to a haunted house, stood in line in the freezing cold.
For about 10 minutes.
It was cold. And a 4-year-old child was crying after coming out. So my daughter and Whitney chickened out and we had to leave.
Yeah, it seemed like a fun idea until we heard the chainsaws and the screaming.
What did you think we were
I
going
don't know.
to?
Like a nice haunted house? Like a kind one where they're just like, boo,
Santa's
sorry.
Village.
Santa's Village. Yeah, I just think I forgot what that experience is really like.
You know what, though? Keaton had the time of her life.
Aww.
So made it worth it. That was
that's
like
so cute because we're such idiots.
We are
I thought
idiots.
she was embarrassed the whole time, which maybe she was, but maybe it was fun. Embarrassed.
No, she had a good time. So
we all lay on the bed together, and we're just like laying like mummies, like trying not to touch each other and like bother the other person.
it was really
We're
ridiculous.
like, just trying.
Oh, but I did think I had a dream about a man whispering to me. And I just assumed in the dream it was the crypt keeper.
Yeah.
But then when I talked to you about it, you had the exact same dream. So now we're wondering if we were dreaming.
Or if he came in there. Or
well, I
if
don't think it was well, please, Jesus, tell me it was a ghost.
He's just like, and here they are, the ones who won't eat my food. Curse you.
I have a cold course and a hot course. Why did you opt
we
out?
want none of these courses. Like, no, thank you. We'll stop at Sonic and get French fries and a pretzel at 5 a.m. Thank you very much.
They're like, we're out of cheese. Here's some cream cheese.
Gross.
Not the same.
No, who eats cream cheese with a pretzel? But at one point, so we're like in our room, the doors are all shut. We're just being like total idiots because it's not a very big room and we're all just like bustling about.
There's nowhere to go.
Bumping into each other. And we have all of our equipment and whatever. And we hear like dink, 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 like someone coming up the stairs. And so I'm like, oh my God, someone's coming. And also it's like dead, you have to remember it's dead silent in this place. And we're just like whispering loudly. So, everyone could hear us. But we're
Absolutely.
So I, of course, like any normal person, get down on my hands and knees and look underneath the door. And I see feet.
Multiple, not just one. They weren't hopping.
No, I see 2 feet outside of our door, and then they appeared to like go down the hallway to this room that was next to us. But from then on, that room appeared to be vacant.
Yeah, the door was open the whole time, and there was something blocking the hallway to get to it.
So it was very strange. But those feet walked back there. So it was, all in all, it was a weird experience.
It was fun.
I don't
regret it.
No, it was hilarious.
And I should have known our very first 30 seconds there was going to be awkward. And the guy threatening to send us home. Yeah, so that's the story of my life.
Rude. Incredibly
rude.
I'm
like, you're getting my money.
Right.
And we're not even eating your food. That's got to be saving on your grocery bill.
There were so many cats at this P&B also.
Yes.
Like 50.
There was one named Cece that kept jumping in the transom above our door and sticking her paw through, which was kind of cute.
It was. There was also just a random portrait of Princess Diana.
Yes.
That no one knew why. I mean, she is a wonderful icon.
And a room painted with lilies all over the wall, and then a shrine built to the woman who painted them.
So weird. Very weird.
It was.
B&B's. What a laugh.
Yeah. And a tablecloth you're supposed to sign that doesn't have 1 millimeter of room left for a signature. It was just, it was interesting.
Lord, it was.
We had a good time.
Anywho.
Oh, and we saw the movie Antlers.
That was good.
Yeah.
I
We're like,
enjoyed
what are we
it.
going to do till the haunted house opens? Little did we know it wouldn't have mattered, so we went
Exactly.
and saw a movie.
And,
It was pretty good.
I'm easy to impress with a movie.
Yeah. It was a Guillermo del Toro. Is that how you say his name?
So, Carrie Russell. So for her first acting job since Felicity. I don't know if that's true.
No, she was on The Americans.
I don't think I watched
I never watched it,
Okay.
but I read enough Us Weekly to like know
No, it's a thing.
that she's still thriving.
Okay, well, we're total idiots.
We are. Sorry.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
Okay, who's going first?
They're like, I waited around hours for them to release this. Shut up, you two.
This is so boring. Okay.
Okay.
Are you going
I'll
first?
go. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get my glasses. I'll have to pray.
Let me
adjust my
eat this
hat
Three
to get my
Musketeers.
Glasses
You
to
just
fit
put
on my
that
head.
bad boy on backwards.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris, for this candy.
And then go like rev up your engine since I rode with you. I don't know.
My Honda CRV.
Yes.
It's four cylinders.
Okay. I think I'll start with this one.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing the Fresno Nightcrawler.
Oh.
I bet you don't know what this is right now, but I guarantee you've seen videos. I'm going to eat this little Milky Way dark chocolate.
Because I'm
too.
immediately thinking it's like one of those worm movie that you were like, remember?
Trimmers?
Yeah.
Bacon.
Nightcrawler,
Reuben
because isn't that a worm? Did you say Nightcrawler? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that's a type of worm, right?
Nightcrawler is a type of worm, but this does not look like
Is
a
this
worm.
Is this a cryptid?
No one really knows.
Oh, okay. Sorry, we're just eating.
Be
We're such idiots. Why?
Listen, in our defense, Chris just left chocolate on the table. What do you expect?
This is an audio experience for people that were just eating candy in their ears.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
So should I even just start with showing you a video of it so you recognize it?
I recognize it?
I guarantee you've seen this video.
Okay.
Oh,
wow!
why is that song?
Making my way downtown.
Sorry, I don't know why that song's playing. Could we get sued
Oh
for
God,
that?
I've seen this. I've totally seen. Is this the music?
Yes, but I'm trying to like turn it down because I don't want to get sued for.
Oh yeah.
See, it looks like a pair of pants walking, right?
Yes, it does. We'll post this
And
on our
kind of like
Instagram.
Gumby.
It's totally Gumby. I hope it's Gumby. Why would they call that a Nightcrawler?
I don't
Why
know.
wouldn't they call it the Fresno
And
Gumby?
why was that song playing?
Making
my way downtown.
Maybe it's because that thing was walking jauntily, like as if
That's
it were
hilarious.
listening to that in its earbuds. I'm sorry, I feel like I have so much extra spit right now.
I know, from the chocolate. What? Suddenly my neck is really sore. What is happening?
The Nightcrawler.
Maybe I'll just lose the hat. Don't judge my hair. It
No,
has not
seriously.
been washed in days.
I had to wet mine down to make it not.
It is so dry. I ordered like this conditioner from Sephora that got really good review. I haven't used it yet. I'll wash my hair tomorrow with it. It was like super expensive and it arrived yesterday and it's in a bottle like this big. I'm like, it better transform
Start with a
my
K.
hair.
Kerastase.
No,
Okay.
it's Olaplex number
Oh, yeah,
or
I've heard of
something.
that.
I'm like, my hair better look like Connie Britton's after I wash it tomorrow.
Or
else I
Jennifer
will-
Aniston.
Or
What's up with
that.
her hair? It's so amazing. Okay.
She's amazing.
Anyway,
I guess she puts nothing bad in her body. She's not eating chocolate at 9 a.m. on a Sunday.
well, sad for her.
Right, exactly. Okay, so let's see. This is
This
from
is exciting.
Ranker.
I love Ringcroft.
And it's an article written by Laura Allen.
Ooh, Laura.
So she says, Fresno, California might not always be the most exciting place in the world, but it has one claim to fame out of this world.
Yeah.
The Fresno Nightcrawler.
And K-Fed. I'm pretty sure he's from there.
Sweet.
Maybe it's his pants. Haunted pants. Sorry.
Okay, so they started seeing these back in the 90s.
Oh.
And they've only occurred a few times since then. These strange beings are cryptids that look like pants. Accurate.
Yes.
But are only a few feet high and are just seen wandering around. There are only a few eyewitnesses in Fresno, but the Nightcrawlers do pop up on other surveillance cameras, startling whoever checks the CCTV. So
That's
even though
so
there's not like a
creepy.
ton of like eyewitnesses, like, oh, look at that. I'm watching
thing.
this happen now. There's
Yeah.
a lot of video footage. So much of the video footage is easily debunked by video analysis, but the weird thing about most cryptid videos are usually debunked, but the thing about the Nightcrawlers is that the videos seem to be legit. According to the experts on the Sci-Fi Channel's Fact or Fake, do you remember that show?
Yes.
God, I love that show.
And also, can we be on? Can we be an expert? I mean, not that we are, but that'd be fun.
They said faking these mysterious creatures would prove to be a difficult task. So what is on the tapes? No one's
pants.
entirely sure.
Pants on
Yes.
on a fishing rod line.
Could be. Very starched.
Very
They are George Strait's pants. I don't know. Well, I mean, to be able to walk, those would have to be...
And George Strait does have very starched pants.
All cowboys do, don't they? Isn't that like
They
their
do.
claim to fame?
Or it's
Hey, I like my starched pants and my big belt buckle.
I thought
And now, I'm not throwing shade. I love George Strait. I
mean,
would
yeah.
marry him today.
Oh, he's beautiful. But it's. I always thought they walk like that because they're cowboys. They're riding horses all day.
Well, they starch their pants, right?
I don't know.
Someone help me out here. I don't know. I
Maybe
think
it's
they
both.
do.
George Strait,
If
call
not,
us.
sorry.
Remember when we said we're Tom Hanks's muse? We're also George Strait.
Yes.
We're weird.
Check yes or no was about me. Oh, I checked maybe, and now I'm just...
Now we're regretting it.
Yes. Okay, sorry.
How old is George Strait?
I don't know. I was not old enough to be checking yes or no probably
Right, he's
when
like
that song
gotta
came
be
out.
80. Maybe.
I don't think he's 80.
We're still like, doesn't matter.
Movie he made.
What?
Oh, what was that movie he was in?
George Strait?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he was
Okay.
in a movie.
Googling it.
He played like a country singer named Rusty or something. And he had like a ponytail. I feel like. Crap! What was that movie?
George Strait movie. Pure Country?
Yeah, that's it.
I don't think I've ever seen that,
Oh.
but now I need to. He was Dusty Wyatt
Dusty,
Chandler.
I said
What
Rusty.
a name. You have a great memory, Amy. It's really
you.
impressive.
Except I called him Rusty.
I'm literally crying at this
Okay.
point.
So, anyways, no one's entirely sure, but theorists propose the odd creatures could be ghosts, aliens, a possessed pair of pants,
That's what I'm going with.
or one of the weirdest hoaxes ever concocted. No one may ever know for sure. However, the known facts about the Fresno Nightcrawlers are enough to leave viewers scratching their heads. So they began to emerge in the limelight in 2007.
Yep.
When a homeowner in Fresno decided to set up a security camera above the family garage. The man, only known as Jose, wanted to know why his dogs barked at night.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
great. Is that why my dog's barking at night? His pants wandering aimlessly. It's because my kids never do their laundry. Their pants can get
Their
up and
pants
walk.
are possessed. They're
Yes.
so pissed.
Possessed with filth.
Pissed at not being
I
washed.
thought you meant my kids piss their pants. No, they don't.
No, the pants are pissed. Because they're being
Not
neglected.
saturated in.
Oh, gross. Your adult children are just like peeing them.
I have to go buy adult diapers. All three of them. It's hereditary.
They get it from their father.
Obviously.
Amy has never peed her pants a day in
No.
her life, even as a baby.
Oh, how I wish that were true. So, anyways, yeah, he was worried maybe there was an intruder like lurking or something.
I would be.
Or an animal.
But God, can you imagine? Then you pull the tape.
Yeah,
and
you're
you're
like, wow, I would rather it be an intruder.
Absolutely. Could it be the Night Stalker, not the Nightcrawler?
Richard Ramirez, please.
I know, it's pretty
Come
bad when
on.
you wish it was that. And then these random ass pants.
And they're like, I don't know, they look like bell bottoms too.
They're just walking so casually.
Like la-da-da.
Just going to the gas station.
They're not even like trying to avoid the camera.
No.
Like, whatever. Okay, so
hilarious.
anyways. So, what he saw the next day was enough to shock him into calling the police. Can you imagine calling the police?
Sir,
for that?
I just saw some pants on my security camera. They're just walking. Sir, I need you now. They're like, what?
They're like, Jose, come on now.
You again,
Messing
Jose.
with us. So the footage showed a pair of strange small creatures, only a few feet in height. They walked almost surreally across the screen, and the family members figured it was these things that had caused their dogs to bark so much. Well, yeah.
For sure.
Neither the family nor the police could figure out what these creatures were. Soon the media got a hold of the footage, and the Fresno Nightcrawlers became a phenomenon. The family decided to remain anonymous, in part to avoid the supernatural spotlight, but also in part out of fear.
Yeah, they probably don't want people coming to their house, like, waiting outside to see the pants.
One of the prevailing theories about these creatures is that they are aliens. They may move like people sometimes, but analysts think they are too small and move too awkwardly to be human.
I mean,
And they don't have a torso or anything above that
maybe they don't
either.
need. But you know, we always put like humans, things onto aliens. Maybe they look nothing like us.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they just need legs.
Exactly. Or we don't know.
weird.
It's grainy footage. Maybe there's
Maybe there's eyeballs
there's-
on the top of those pants.
breathing holes or a mouth. Yeah, that's what most people call those. The mouth.
Hearing holes, seeing holes, all the holes.
Based on their appearance, they don't resemble any known terrestrial creatures either. But
No.
we don't.
Well,
There
we're
are
terrestrial.
a million, gazillion, gatrillion galaxies.
No,
out
but
there.
we're
We don't-
terrestrial. That's extraterrestrial.
Oh,
They're meaning like on Earth.
gotcha.
Except
Okay.
for Gumby.
Exactly.
You forgot him. God.
Redditors question why they're here, so I'll be going
God,
there
I love
soon.
Reddit.
As they don't seem to be stealing anything, doing anyone any harm, or abducting any persons or animals.
Just stop for a stroll.
Yes. Well, theorists wonder if they are alien creatures here to study human life. Even though they have never been seen
Why'd
accompanied
you
by
go
UFOs.
to Fresno?
They're like, the weather's decent.
Yeah. People are nice.
One of the more interesting, I'll go back up to Reddit here soon.
No, you're good.
I'll, that'll be my grand finale.
It always is.
One of the more interesting answers to many Nightcrawler questions actually has to do with local Native American legend.
Oh.
According to tribe members that live near Fresno, the Nightcrawlers are beings that have pretty much always lived on Earth, even before human beings got here. According to these myths, the Nightcrawlers have long legs that allow them to move through difficult or boggy landscapes because they are swamp world beings. Legend,
Wait, what?
Swamp world beings.
Okay. We're going to need an episode on swamp worlds.
Yes.
What does that mean? There's a planet that's only swamps.
That sounds terrible.
It does.
So many mosquitoes.
Yes. Snakes and other reptiles.
You never feel clean.
No, because you're always in water.
Gross. No. I would be strolling around Fresno jauntily as well.
They're like, look at this place. Is that
They also look like when you just walk your fingers, right?
It totally does. Walk your fingers, everyone.
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
That's the Fresno
They're kind of
Nightcrawler.
leaning back a little.
Yeah, they're kind of cocky. I like it. I like the Nightcrawlers.
They've got a swag about them.
They do.
They're like, oh, I don't have a face. Don't care.
No. Look at me.
Going to KFC. Whatever.
Wear my MC Hammer pants. What you gonna do about it?
Going to a party.
That's right.
Where are they going? No. Like, what's their end game?
Whitney. It's all about the journey, not the
That's
destination.
True. That's true.
Okay. One of the more interesting answers to many Nightcrawler questions actually has to... I already read that. Wait a minute. Legend has it that the beings are part of our world now in order to rebuild a connection between human beings and our natural surroundings as a sort of peace bringer. I love that.
It is, and that's sort of sad that we've got away from that. But thank you, Nightcrawlers.
And that explains why they're so cute.
Yeah.
That makes me
They
want
really
to...
need to be more
Yeah, you need
present.
to be maybe a little more aggressive.
You're kind of hiding in the shadows, literally,
Yes.
of gas stations.
Nightcrawler. You might
Why are
wanna-
they only at gas stations
don't
in
know.
Jose's house?
I have no idea.
Doesn't seem like they're at gas stations a lot, though. Maybe that's just because that's where they have CCTV. Anyway.
Maybe. Well, they don't seem to have made any noticeable efforts. Yeah, no kidding. The fact that stories about them that have existed for generations indicates they might be nothing new to Fresno. In March of 2011, left you hanging.
I'm like, oh.
Yosemite National Park officials were putting up cameras in an attempt to catch trespassers that had been damaging the property. Instead, what they caught was some rather unusual footage. The security cameras again captured images of pale, small, armless creatures just walking down one of the park paths. Again, once the media got a hold of the footage, the Fresno Nightcrawlers were on everyone's lips once more. Okay, you could have worded that differently. The creatures appeared to be the same as the ones that had showed up on the Fresno film, and they appeared to walk and behave in the same way. There were a handful of alleged sightings, but neither Yosemite nor Fresno had them show up on any more security footage. So here are the ones at Yosemite.
Oh my gosh. They have heads.
Yeah, they have like something
A circle.
round, but definitely no torsos.
They're so glowy.
It's like legs, crotch,
no arms
no arms, and then
Circle.
just something totally round,
on your legs.
just sitting on your hips.
Yeah. And they're glowing. Or maybe that's from the camera.
That's probably the camera. Night
Ooh,
vision.
That's creepy. Those look creepier than the other one. Maybe that other one was more grainy, you know.
Yes. Okay, now I don't know what is this.
Because that's a really good picture, that Yosemite one.
So I'm going to pop onto Reddit.
Let's pop on over
Where
to
the
Reddit.
experts will give us
If you're not
their
on Reddit,
take.
you really should be.
For sure.
It's such a, I almost said glory hole. It's not the right word. Glorious place.
So this was posted by Babonus. Babonus. I don't know. /B.
Well, U means username. So after the backslash is their username.
Whatever.
Hey, it's fine. So it's Babonus.
Babonus.
Oh,
Or
username.
Babonus. I don't
Usernames
know.
on Reddit are magical.
So they say, a recent Reddit post on the Fresno Nightcrawlers has been near the top of my thoughts lately, as the video really straddles the line between being unconvincing and silly, and convincing and terrifying. I'm still not decided.
What a line to straddle.
For real. And the Nightcrawlers could straddle it, because they're nothing but legs. After a while, I got to thinking, and the more
I'm sorry,
think
the
about
fashion industry really needs the Nightcrawler.
I
It's
know.
like, can you imagine it walking the catwalk?
Yeah, I can.
Boom, boom, boom.
Take that, Kendall Jenner.
Yes.
We don't need you anymore.
Sorry.
After a while, I got to thinking, and the more I think about it, the less I'm able to reconcile this. Well, this is really keeping this person up at night.
I'm sorry, Babonics.
Yes.
Whatever.
Let's assume that the Nightcrawlers are real. Well, we do assume that. We immediately can assume that they're from a civilization not from this planet. Their body structures aren't even remotely close to anything of this planet, so that could be a pretty resounding checkbox in the alien column. They're also clearly wearing some kind of cloth, which would put them in the sentient civilized column.
Whatever that means. Yeah. Sentient civilized.
Okay, so we've got a sentient civilized alien species walking the planet in the middle of the night. I can't help but wonder why, and I'm unable to come up with an answer that holds water. Is it a military operation?
Probably.
I doubt it, simply because there's only 2 of them. And one of them is quite a bit smaller than the other, almost childlike. Listen, sometimes people are just short.
That's true. It's very true.
We don't see anything that looks like it could be a weapon, communications device, or any other equipment either. Though, admittedly, they could be technologically advanced enough to not have things be so blatantly visible and obvious.
Yeah, they're not carrying a satchel. They don't have arms.
And those are baggy pants. They could have pockets. You don't know. Full of stuff. It's like Hermione Granger's bag. They just keep pulling things out. Okay, so maybe they're scouts looking for something. In that case, why would they be walking out in the open and not keeping to the shadows? The first Nightcrawler video shows it walking near an obvious roadway. No scout would risk visibility that way.
But it's dark, right? When they're walking, it's always dark.
And what would they be scouting for in the middle of a residential area anyway?
People?
Yeah, just anything.
Things to take over?
Anything Earth-related? They can't be looking
habits?
for human contact. Even a cursory examination of human society shows we're diurnal creatures, so no scouts either. An educational expedition? An elder taking a youth on a field trip to Earth? What? It seems like an excessive waste of energy to travel with just one person countless light years to reach Earth.
Well, yeah, you don't know what
Jeff Bezos.
You don't know what their energy situation is.
No. Only to walk around in someone's backyard in the middle of the night. A family outing? Possible, but that assumes that their society has spaceships like we humans have automobiles. I don't know how feasible that would be. Very feasible, actually.
Yeah, for them to get here, we don't even know where their planet is.
Or maybe there's just a portal.
Exactly.
Wow, I'd love portals. I want to find
you
one.
Love portals?
I just love the whole idea of portals.
Well,
it fascinates
how
me.
like all of our dimensions or even like universes are just kind of like paper stacked on top of each other.
And you can just like whoop.
What's that movie? 11 something 64. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Where he could go back in time.
Yeah.
Well, who knows how time even works, you know?
Yeah.
Honestly.
It's not real. We've discussed this already.
We have talked
Even
about
though
time.
I did appreciate that extra hour of sleep last night. But can we do away with daylight savings time?
Stupid.
So dumb. If for no other reason than the fact that I have that giant clock that hangs like 14 feet up in my living room, and it's so inconvenient to change
and
the
we
time
have
on it.
Lights now.
Yes.
Not necessary.
No. All
Tractors have
all
lights.
The farmers have very advanced
Sophisticated.
equipment, so they don't need
Are we still the only country that does this?
donkey
Probably.
and a cart or whatever they use. Again, Little House on the Prairie. It's all I got.
It's a tiny donkey.
Yes.
Can they get a horse?
Well, the times were tough, Whitney. God, you're so condescending.
Donkeys are so tiny.
Well, they're known to be really hard
Donkeys
workers,
are
though.
really funny, though.
They are. They really are, because their faces are so big. Compared,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
And
like
seem
it's not like
fluffy
a horse.
and like they're laughing all the time
Yes.
at you. Donkeys, what a creature.
Now I want one. All right,
Let's
so
get one for the prayer closet.
let's do it. Chris
It's
wouldn't
just
mind.
living here. Hee-haw. Just keeps him up all night, hee-hawing. For the love of God, can it stop hee-hawing?
All right, back to the bubonic plague or whatever his name is. So I don't see any credible reason why those things would be here in the first place, except possibly one thing, assuming the videos aren't straight up hoaxes, which again, I'm still not decided. In watching the videos, it seems to me that the Nightcrawlers move with a definite mechanical precision. Their gait is purposeful and almost geometric in its motion. To me, that says a lot.
Robots?
Oh God, that's a genuine fear of mine.
No, for real. There's a new Netflix kid movie called The Mitchells versus the Robots. And it's like alarming. I mean, it's fun to watch it, but then you're also like,
Oh God, yeah. A robot uprising. I don't think we as a society realize just how plausible that is.
It's literally like a guy whoever's in charge of Apple these days, and he introduces a new Siri, and it's a robot, like a life-size one, and then they're like, anyway, goodbye, humans.
Ugh.
they put them in these pods, and they're like, hey, they trick them into the pods. They're like, hey, free Wi-Fi in here. Come on. And then the people are like, ooh. And I'm like, oh, God.
Did you watch that show? I can't remember what it was called now. Where the, like, guy, he was kind of like, he called it Gogol. He was the creator of Gogol. And he put, like, the thing in his wife's brain.
No. This looks
what was
great.
it called? I don't remember what I watched it on. Might have been on Amazon. Crap, what was that called? It was really good show, but also I could totally see that happening.
Yeah, no, it's really scary.
So what if the Nightcrawlers were some alien's version of a probe? What if some alien race is aware of us and wants to know about our environment, but they can't land here and check for themselves for various reasons, such as an incompatible atmosphere or some sort of prime directive? What if they use their technology to make something that could possibly pass for a human being?
Yikes.
Not doing a good job with that.
No.
If some human being happened to catch a glimpse of it at night and from a distance. Since they don't know what a human actually looks like or feels like, they can only go with generalities.
Like legs.
Why can I say that?
Like just legs.
Generalities.
That's a hard word.
Yeah. A simplified human of sorts. What if they built these things, delivered them to our planet, and had them walking around at night to collect things like environmental conditions, radiation levels, atmospheric composition, and maybe even things like RF signals, internet, cellular, satellite, that would be delivered back to their creators?
I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
But do people ever see them in real life, like not on camera?
Well, it said there were very few eyewitnesses. Most of it's on, but it did say there were some.
Okay. Because then it made me think that maybe we can't see them. Maybe only like cameras can pick them up or something.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In short, what if the Nightcrawlers were some aliens' versions of our Mars rover?
Ugh.
Well, tip for tat.
Then they're probably just highly horrified of our whole planet. Wow, they're like burning this thing down.
Just to the ground.
Literally burning it down.
I know there was.
Let's not do what they're doing.
I saw it. I think I was on Instagram. It was like a cartoon from the New Yorker, and it's like these kids on the couch are like, "The floor is lava," but
literally
in 2015, our whole house will be lava. I'm like, that's terrifying.
It's like funny, not funny.
Exactly. Like,
yeah,
just come on, people.
Yeah,
you can absolutely like decrease your carbon footprint.
Yeah, but is it too late?
No, I refuse to believe it's ever too late.
Okay.
Because that's the problem, I feel like, too. People make that excuse. Well, it's too late. Whatever.
Well, can the ozone be repaired anyway?
Well, we can stop destroying it at the rate at which we are. Sorry. Listen.
God, we're having a fight now.
Listen, her and I were very fired up about something earlier this week. So everybody just needs to be glad we're not bringing that up.
Racism. It's not cool.
No. Ever.
Never. Don't do it.
No. Idiots.
Yes. Check yourself. Read a book.
Yes. Check yourself before we wreck yourself. Right. I don't know.
Amy's not even wearing a bra. She's about to wreck somebody.
I am.
Look out.
My dry hair is flying all over the place. It's great. I cannot wear a hat and my glasses simultaneously. It's one or the other, okay? So, in short, I'm just going to jump back in.
I like how he says in short after talking for like... Is it still bubonic plague?
Yes.
God.
We're getting ready to get to the comments, though.
Okay.
What if the Nightcrawler... Oh, no, said that. Or like our version of Mars rover. Mm-hmm. If we knew that Mars was populated by a species that was less advanced than us, but still sentient, wouldn't a reasonable course of action be to create a probe that sort of looked like them and was generally constructed like them so they could move easily within the same spaces as the native population, release it in areas that were inhabited but not densely so, have it collect data during periods when the native population was most likely going to be asleep or otherwise inattentive, and then deliver the data back to us when circumstances permitted?
Yeah.
I mean you're not
seems
totally
plausible.
Out there.
I mean, maybe not plausible, but it makes sense.
Now let's go to...
Oh, God.
OO.
What a great username.
O_OH. Like it or not, sex tourism is huge business for us humans.
What?
I don't see why it shouldn't be for our intergalactic neighbors. We're pretty exotic.
Wait, what? Ew.
He thinks they're here for sex tourism. What? Who are they? How?
With whom?
You can't take off your pants. You are pants. Like, right? I mean...
But like, who is Like, who are they customers too? I don't understand. Who is like, yeah, pants, get over here. I'm so confused.
Shouldn't they? I don't understand.
Sex tourism, intergalactic sex tourism. That person really should get a job. Get a job. Go outside, see the sunlight.
And then Badger Silverado really liked that. He said, I'm going to repeat this to a friend of mine. He loves way out there theories. I've never heard this one before. That was hilarious.
Exactly. And I was like, it wasn't meant to be funny. I'm a sex tourist.
And then someone who has since deleted their Reddit account says, yes, but why Fresno and not, say, Vegas? Are BJs cheaper in Fresno?
Oh, God. Wait, are the pants giving or taking?
No, I don't understand. I don't know how they're giving.
I don't know how they're taking.
The breathing hole? I don't know. We're taking.
They're just...
This can't possibly be reciprocal either way. Like...
Maybe they just watch other people have sex. How do you do that?
Let me walk jauntily.
So weird.
It's very weird.
Reddit is
so
just
they're voyeurs now. That's your
Reddit
theory.
is a hole of weirdness.
It is, and thank you for existing.
That person was just waiting to be able to say sex tourism today. And also, is that like sex trafficking, or is sex tourism like a different thing that's legal and consensual?
I don't know. The word tourism
makes it seem okay and consensual. I mean, two consenting adults do what you want.
And there are places that sex work is legal.
Oh, yeah.
As it should be everywhere.
Tourism just seems weird. Yeah. But maybe not. I mean, I'm being judgy.
If we would just legalize it, it would
Yeah, right. Like if
make so many other issues eliminated.
Right. Why is it illegal? That's your choice.
Exactly.
It's so dumb. Well, we anyway.
Yeah. Sorry. Once again, we're getting political.
Choose your life.
Exactly.
And butt out everyone else.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, naval night auditor.
Wow.
Does he mean naval like belly button or
like
in
army?
The Navy?
Or not army.
Or the armed services.
Armed forces. Naval. That's like his job.
Or she or they. My biggest question, even after seeing the video's evidence, is why the hell would they choose Fresno?
Again.
Did these creatures want to avoid the usual tourist traps of San Francisco and LA?
Wow.
And then Cothofed says, well, given that they've also been seen in Yosemite, maybe they're just poking around. And someone who since deleted their account said, aliens love meth. Is that prevalent in Fresno? God knows it is around here.
I'm sure. But that's great.
Johnnyville says, oh man, what if aliens broke down and got stuck in Fresno? I smell a funny movie coming up.
Is that just like everyone's worst nightmare?
I guess.
Yeah, what is Fresno? What's happening there?
Rabid Electronics. It's really hard to read stuff when it's all one word.
It really is.
Said their body structures aren't even remotely close to anything of this planet. And then wouldn't a reasonable course of action be to create a probe that sort of looked like them and was generally constructed like them? Okay. You just answered your own?
I mean, yes.
Oh, here comes Bubonus back.
Oh, gosh.
What confuses you? We create...
He's coming.
He's like, oh, no, you did not just
He's about to wreck
Reddit
you.
Post. We create research vehicles, probes that don't look remotely close to anything organic, natural in the environment.
True.
But they do sort of look like the native denizens. We have probes that look like sharks, rays, and other fish.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
Okay.
We know they don't look like the real thing. Visible joints, incorrect colors, lifeless eyes, mechanical movements, recorded sounds. But they're close enough to the real thing that the native species we're researching don't go into a panic over them.
I mean, they probably do. Because they can tell.
Yes.
They're not dumb.
No.
They can tell that's not a real shark.
Free Willy is like, that's metal.
Right. Right.
That's my Free Willy. That's all I got. Oh, wait, his name was just Willy. Free Willy!
What a movie.
Yeah.
We're at the end.
Great. Yes.
Sorry, I'm doing the arm in the air as Willie jumps over
Yes,
and is freed. The end.
Classic.
The end.
So anyways, Bubonic just goes on a tirade.
He's so angry.
Then Hungry Horace says, isn't this just footage of someone walking in a cape, which has been recorded at low frame rate by a security camera?
No.
And then a bunch of subsequent, obviously faked recreations?
No,
Hungry
that's not
Horace,
a
go
cape.
eat a sandwich.
It's
And then Vassamorer says, possible, it reminds me of something from the Muppet Show.
That's very true, though. Love that person.
SK4P. This is an interesting idea. Although, when you think about prime directive and not causing a stir, I'd have to say that Barney and Betty Hill abduction incident was more effective. Although people discuss the Hill incident a lot and a made-for-TV movie was made, there's still plenty of doubt as to whether anything ever even happened other than bad sleep deprivation. Whereas the Fresno Nightcrawler, something is indisputably there. The question is simply, is it weird or not? Yes, it's weird. I'm not sure which is more effective for secrecy. Being definitely seen, but having your identity nature debated, or having your nature be pretty clear, but the reality be unclear. Just amusing. Oh, come on. I hate when people like that pop on here.
The NPR people.
Yes. Okay.
Over-explaining things to us. We're like, shut it. They're not wearing a cape.
No. Cotho Fed says, this is a lot of interesting points. If you haven't yet, I definitely recommend cross-posting to The Truth Is Here.
Oh, I need to be on
Ooh.
that subreddit. Why am I not there?
Sorry, it's loading.
The truth is
Oh,
here.
wow. There's a lot on here. Okay, I'm not going to read all this. 'cause
Also,
this
why
is
has
what
there
might
not
take
been
me
a
directly
legit
to-
movie made about Betty and Barney Hill? You know, not just made for TV. Why
Yeah.
has nobody made a real movie about
Let's
that?
get on it. Let's start directing.
Do it.
Film.
Film.
I'm in. We can do it all.
Oh my gosh, that was great.
Women.
Amy. I'm literally crying. Well, hello. My turn. Thank you for that, Amy.
You're welcome.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to my story. Today I'm doing the Ringcroft Poltergeist.
Ooh, I don't think I've heard this
I've
one.
never heard of it either. But, you know, any story of a poltergeist from the 1600s is always
Oh,
great.
heck, yeah.
Remember the Bell Witch?
Yes.
You know, just yelling at people all the time. These poltergeists back in these times, they were just angry and rude. So let's do this, shall we?
My kind of people.
I know. So this article is from SpookyIsles.com.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Okay. Sorry, it started. I don't want to edit. All right. In 1695, a farm called the Ringcroft of Stocking in the parish of Redrick in somewhere in Scotland. There's so many words. I'm like, do these mean like the do these mean the counties or what are I don't know what all these words are.
I do not ask me.
What are you writing? Oh, got it.
Title. I can't remember exactly how I worded it, but I think it was something
I am
along those.
pants, yes.
Take off my pants.
I thought you were writing me a note. I can't. And I'm like, Amy, what? You
Check
can't.
yes or no.
I can't what?
I can't take it anymore.
Am I leaving this relationship? Sorry, Amy began.
Look at my boob pics. I tried to look
Just
at.
look at my nipple. Yeah, Amy began writing something frantically, and I was like, "Is that a note for me?" Anyway, it's just the
because-
episode title. We always forget.
We always like after we record episode, like, okay, what are we going to title this? And we can never remember anything we've said. We try to make it be like a phrase that we say during.
Yeah, but you know, it
And I'm
doesn't
not
always work.
exactly sure if that's
No,
what I said,
that's
but it was
exactly
something
what you
along
said.
those lines.
I can't take off my pants. I am pants. It's so funny. Okay, back to Scotland.
Okay, sorry.
No.
That's just like opening a Reese's wrapper right at the microphone.
I almost said camera. Thank God this isn't a visual
Oh,
medium.
God.
Okay.
I had someone tell me once we should have video going.
I don't
too.
know about that.
I'm like, no.
Nobody wants that.
No.
Just that person.
Particularly me.
You'd have to put on a bra. Or would
Exactly.
you? Am I shouting? Probably. I'm actually gonna pee. Piss my pants like your kids.
Then you'll be walking like the Fresno Nightcrawler.
It's just such stiff pants. Oh, God, okay. So we're in Scotland. It's 1695. Imagine it. Please, what a horrible time to be alive.
Like when I'm thinking of Ireland. I was like, is that when the potato famine was happening?
God, 1695. Ugh. Okay, so this was... These people encountered, I'll tell you about them in a second, one of the strangest and most severe cases of poltergeist activity ever reported in Scotland.
Woo! And I imagine Scotland would be super haunted.
Yeah. I don't know why.
I just like...
It's just like, there's moors.
There's kilts. There's bagpipes. I don't know. There's so much stuff to be haunted.
Just haunted bagpipes all over the country. Really? Oh my God. Okay.
Poltergeist, like lifting people's kilts. Do you know traditionally two men are supposed to be completely naked underneath their kilts?
Why? Is it a skort situation?
No.
Whoa. Just some free balling.
Yeah. Maybe that's why. Maybe
weird.
They're like, woo.
It's gotta be so weird.
So liberating.
But when you sit down, anyway, don't have testicles, don't know.
Carry Clorox wipes and wipe your chair off.
I'm constantly always asking my husband, not anyone else, but like, where do you put your testicles when you sit? Like,
well, I feel like you ask me to answer stuff like that all the time too.
Amy, where do you put your testicles when you sit down?
Well, you don't ask me about mine personally, but you'll be like, where do men? And I'm like, what? How would I be more privy to this information
would
than
be
you?
sitting on your balls.
Well, that's why they're always adjusting themselves. I used to yell at Carter all the time. I'm like, what is happening?
Figure that out.
Sorry,
and then
I need
sit
to quit
down.
bringing my kids up. They're gonna disown me.
Carter doesn't listen. He doesn't even know.
I was trying to tell them I was getting a tit tat, and they were just like, "Stop talking."
It's great. That's part of That's the best part of parenting is horrifying your children.
Absolutely.
I can't wait.
That's why I had them.
Right. Oh, you think you're your own person? Nope. Oh my God. Okay. So this farm was owned by Andrew Mackey and his family, and the first strange incident took place in February, again, 1695. Andrew discovered one morning that all of his cattle had broken free of their tethers during the night. So as I was rereading this last night, I'm like, why are they all tethered? And I'm like, well, they probably don't have a fence. But you have to go...
But wouldn't a fence be easier than, like, tethers for every cow? Unless maybe he only had a couple.
And what are you tethering it to? A post?
A tree?
A tree? I don't know. So Andrew thought that was a little weird because all of his cattle shouldn't have been able to do that at the same time. Well, obviously, Andrew and Liz are like scheming.
Yeah. Hey, I'll get out. Now you come over here.
I'm going to chew through your tether.
I think about how slowly cows chew. That would take weeks. Have you ever watched a cow chew grass? It's like,
so
no.
And they just move slow, and they're just like slow in general. Oh, dang it, the sun's coming up. We can't get untethered. So it obviously wasn't them.
No.
Okay. So he just assumed that it was an issue with either the strength of the tether or how tightly he had tied it. So he was annoyed. He got all his cattle and he tied them back up, I guess, or something. The next night, he used stronger tethers and tied them as tightly as he could. But the next morning, the same thing had happened. All the cattle had escaped. It's always these cattle problems. Hashtag cattle problem. So Andrew's like, forget this, and he moved all his animals to another outbuilding. Why wouldn't you just put them in there to begin with? Anyway, what do we know? We're not farmers.
Well, you don't typically keep cattle like in
True. I know, it's so sad. Barn. You know, like, aren't they cold in the winter when there's just snow all over them and on the ground?
No.
They're so hairy.
Yeah. Well, they have so much body fat and stuff, too, I would think.
It seems really sucky, you know? You're just like, oh, here I am.
Yeah.
5 feet of snow. Can't even move. It's great.
Thank God I sleep standing up.
I'll just stay here forever in this one spot. So sad.
Or anyway. Is it? You know, I'm like, I can just stay here forever. I don't.
Yeah, but it would be so boring.
I don't know.
They need streaming services.
They really do. Like a big, just stream it right on the side of the barn.
Right. We're all
projected
about
on there.
Cow rights as we eat our cheeseburgers.
I don't really eat beef.
Oh, I try not to eat it, but I love it. So
I just try to avoid stuff with lots of hormones.
Yeah. When cows are farting and ruining the planet too.
Yes.
Anyway.
Hey, that is not their fault.
It's not. They're like, what do you expect us to do? I
can't imagine my farts are doing anything good for humanity either.
Right, human farts.
I mean, they provide me lots of entertainment. I love to fart and laugh, especially when I'm like in the car with my kids. Ha ha, suckers. I lock the windows.
Oh my God. Oh, kids' farts are funny too. Okay, so we put them all in that building, the barn. And then the next day he found that one of the animals had been moved from the barn and tied to the farmhouse itself, like tied to his house. And he was like, that's weird. But it was tied in such a way that the cow was suspended and its feet were barely touching the ground. Ah! Eek! I'm like, is it hanging?
That's like the time right before my parents. And I love my dad very much. I miss him dearly. But, you know, he was wild when he was younger. And I'd like the final straw before him and my mom got divorced was she woke up one morning. My dad drank a lot.
Yeah.
And there was a cow tied to the front porch.
And you're like, dang it,
and my
bro!
mom was like, how did it get here?
Did he win it in a bet?
Probably.
Yeah, like a card
think that's
game.
what he got. But my dad drove like a little S10 truck. So we don't know if he just like held it like the leash out the window.
And drove
far,
1
we don't
mile.
know how the cow got there.
Oh my God, what a story. And like, I wouldn't want that.
No, can I just take the cash value,
I don't
please?
want that gift or whatever prize.
Take it back.
Oh my God.
Nowadays I would. The price of beef is insane.
We're so
And
old.
my youngest son loves steak.
I mean, it is quite delicious. Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, I'm still confused about like how it was tied, that it was suspended, like maybe around its belly, I guess. Anyway.
We're very intrigued by the cows.
We really are. We love cows.
We do.
Okay, the next subtitle is The Spirit Gets Violent. Soon after the strange incidents of the escape artist cattle. Anyway, eye roll.
Which is kind of funny. That shows the poltergeist has a sense of humor.
It really
Just
does. Well, it gets better.
They're
well,
like,
they always
we were for PETA.
Poltergeists are always throwing crap at people too.
Poltergeist for the
Ethical
treatment of animals. See what I did there?
We need to.
That's our next shirt.
God. Yeah, make a note of that. For real, I'll start designing. Not that anyone buys our merch except for us.
I guess we know what everybody's getting in their stocking this year from us.
Our own shirts. Everyone's like, thanks, Mom. God.
Listen, you guys, at this point, this podcast is costing us money, okay? We've had to upgrade our Spreaker account.
Because we have so much footage or whatever it's called from sound.
Audio. Reels. I don't know. I don't know what's called. Chris, what's it called?
Oh,
Help us
God.
out.
So you could just buy a shirt and it would really help us
Yeah.
offset the cost. Anyway.
Put it in your own stocking.
We're so lame. We're the lamest people of all time.
Or give it as a white elephant gift. Whatever.
Hello, fish. Everyone's like, what does that mean? Okay. So soon after the strange incidents of the escape artist cattle, something stranger and far more dangerous occurred. Late at night, while all the family was asleep, someone or something made a large pile of peat on the floor in the center of the house. I didn't know what peat was, but it will tell us in the next sentence.
Isn't it like moss?
I thought so too. As if making this stinking pile of decomposing vegetable matter. I thought that's compost. I know. Peat is moss. So this person doesn't know. So I think it's compost, not peat, which is so gross. And they composted in the 1600s? I mean, I guess.
Maybe to like feed their animals, probably.
That's sick.
That's called slop.
Right. It's so gross. So there's...
Suey. It just seemed...
That's like not even the first time we've made that joke on this podcast.
I went to my mom's yesterday to visit my niece. And Mom's like, oh, let's turn something on. Mom turns on Charlotte's Web. I'm like, could you pick something more depressing?
Right.
Like, this is terrible.
It
Now,
is.
as an adult,
It's sad.
seeing like that is not okay. I mean, yes, actually, it probably is a good way to introduce children to death and the circle of life and whatnot. But I was like, this isn't like Saturday afternoon chilling with my niece kind of entertainment.
Yeah.
Me.
Sad. We're just all crying over pigs, but bacon's so good. Wilbur. It's so sad. So they have all this nasty compost in the middle of their house, and then it's lit on fire. Again, it's
that
flammable.
Like when you throw like dog poop on someone's porch, light on fire, and throw it.
I never understood how that's flammable. You know? How do you light poop on fire?
Well, like
Or maybe they light the bag on fire and the poop's
the
inside.
the point of the joke is so they stomp on the poop.
I never really had neighbors. that I could do that to except my own family with my neighbor.
Note to self, do not go to a bonfire at Whitney's house. Be like,
I'm just lighting.
what does it smell?
Well, here they're lighting decomposing vegetables on fire. Again, it's a ghost doing it. It's not logical.
Well, when things... No, I'm not... I'm going to just sound stupid, but...
Something about gases.
Yeah, like methane
Yes.
gas. Doesn't that come from, like, something decomposing, maybe?
Or, again, cows' butts.
Yes.
Okay,
There's just, like,
God.
a lighter behind the cow's butt. It's like a can of hairspray. Whoosh. Oh, God.
This is a very fart and cow heavy episode.
This is just a ridiculous episode, if I can be honest. We are completely...
Well, it's morning
ignorant
time.
today.
Maybe we should
It
just
is.
always record in the morning. Amy's fully awake. That's always helpful.
And have been since 4 a.m.
Oh my God. Okay, so the smoke woke the family, thank God, and no one was hurt, and there wasn't any serious damage done because they were able to put it out. In March, volleys of stones began being thrown both at the house from outside. Oh God, why does it keep doing that? And at the family inside. Again, I don't know what a volley is, but I'm just imagining lots of stones.
I imagine volleying going, like, back and forth.
Oh, that's weird.
Like a volleyball.
Yeah? I don't know. I could define it, but that's not why I do that. It's not fun. So, yeah. And again, poltergeists love throwing crap at people and hitting them. Just stones.
What else do they got
I know.
to do?
Where are they getting the stones? They could not find where the stones were being thrown from or what was throwing them because it's a ghost. The stone throwing was worst. Was worst? Is that right? Yes.
No, worse.
Worse. Yeah, thank you. Gosh, spookyiisle.com. Get your life together.
Definitely not worser.
It was,
I would have crawled out of my skin if you had said that.
it was the most worst on Sundays and aimed mostly at those during prayer time. In April, some of the Mackey children entered a room in the house and saw a strange figure covered in a blanket sitting by the fire. Oh, nightmare.
Like an actual ghost, like a sheet.
Well, yeah, wait, it's so great. Yeah, it's like, exactly. Or what's that movie where they lift, it's like an old woman? Oh, The Others.
Oh, yes, I love that movie.
Oh my God, that movie, the whole element of the atmosphere of that movie is so scary.
Nicole Kidman, you're beautiful.
Oh my God, she's a national treasure, although she's not from here. She is Australia's national treasure.
She's Keith Urban's national treasure.
Yeah, she's great. They were obviously scared, given by the recent unexplainable events in and around their home, but tried to talk to the figure. Hello, it's me. Sorry, I listened to Adele on the way to get Amy. To try to get its attention, but the figure sat perfectly still and ignored them. One of the children eventually walked over to the figure, really had to, can you imagine? You're like, okay, I'm going over there, and pulled the blanket off. And it was actually an upside-down stool placed in a chair with a blanket covering it intentionally to look like a human.
Ooh, good prank.
That's Poltergeist
well done.
jam, you know? They love that crap. As the stone attacks got worse and worse, oh my God. Sorry, I keep clicking it and it keeps thinking I'm
offered to let you on my iPad.
I know.
But you said you didn't know your Google login
I don't
stuff.
know my Google password anyway.
Did you keep in your notes?
You know, that would be smart. Maybe I do. I don't even know. As the stone attacks got worse and worse, toward those trying to pray, Andrew Mackey decided to contact the local minister, Mr. Telfer. I wanted to say Teflon. Telfer arrived at the farm a day or two later, and he and Mackey discussed what could be causing these paranormal events. Telfer, the minister, told Mackey that years before Mackey lived on and his family lived on the farm, it was owned by a family called McNaught. Sorry.
The McRib is back right now for a limited time as well.
Super lame joke.
Mine too. We're starting to lose steam, as you can tell. And we are at almost 59 minutes. This is where
here we are.
lose it.
The McNaught father had constant bad luck on the farm, such as poor crops and a variety of health problems that only happened after he moved in. He started to believe that the farm was cursed. McNaught sent his son to see a woman who was known as a local psychic. We forgot to talk about our tarot card readings. We can do that maybe next episode.
Yeah, we're going to need something to open with.
Right? Thinking that she could perhaps help. Maybe she can. The son found her and got her advice. She told him that the farm was indeed cursed, and the way to break it was simple. At the entrance of the house, there was a stone slab. If the slab was lifted, there would be a tooth beneath it. The tooth must be burned, or the curse will continue. Again.
Can't burn a tooth.
Again, we ask, is that flammable?
And how big is this stone slab? Who's lifting that?
Right.
Freaking Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Oh, yeah. You can lift my slab. Sorry. He's so wonderful. I mean, I don't think he's the most handsome guy in the world, but I just love he's so funny and so nice. Sorry, I said you could lift my slab. I don't even know what that means.
Who was he beefing with?
Oh,
the Fast and the Furious guy.
Oh, Vin Diesel.
Yes.
Ew, so gross. Vin Diesel's
hilarious.
trying to be The Rock. You know?
Not
he's like
gonna
a
happen.
similar shtick. Like, except
never
Vin
gonna
Diesel's
happen.
really mean seeming. Anyway, so the son rushed home to tell his father, but on his way, he ran into a recruitment party and was enlisted into the army. Then and there.
God, whoa! That escalated quickly.
You're like, can I go home and get some more underwear? Or like, what? We're just going. Oh, we're going? We're going. Okay, we're going. God. The 1600s again. Wow. He was sent to Flanders. I don't know what that means. Maybe that's a place where, like, you go in the
Isn't that
armies.
the bar in The Simpsons? No, that's his neighbor. Flanders. We're just going to Homer Simpson's neighbors.
Oh, my God. So I guess maybe that's, like, the army place, where he met another man, John Redick, who just so happened to be from the same parish he was. I think that parish means county.
Yeah, it does in, like,
Something like that.
Louisiana.
Does it? Okay. So I bet it does in
Because
Scotland,
think on
too.
Steel Magnolias. Chicopee Parish.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it means... I like that better than
I love
county.
how all of my knowledge
Yeah.
is directly related to, like, pop culture. It's not from, like, news outlets.
So what? That's wonderful. What a great movie that movie is,
That
too.
is amazing. That book I just gave you kind of
Yes.
it's like Steel Magnolias meets, like,
Yeah,
Buffy meets...
Oh, that's great.
True
Did
Blood.
you watch... Oh, you did read My Best Friend's Exorcism?
Yes.
Oh, it's so great, too. I tried to get Kyle to read it. He was like, are you dumb? Not reading this? I'm like, okay, fine. Forget you.
Don't say I didn't recommend a book.
Right. Okay. Oh, so the son met John, who's getting ready to go home and lived in the same place. So he was like, hey, John, can you tell my dad about the slab and the tooth? And John's like, sure. So that's how that
Sorry,
went
I gotta
down.
go to the army. I'm like, can you
tell
someone deal with the slab and the tooth? For the love of God.
They're just still getting hit by stones. All their faces are just
I can't concentrate on the war if I know my family is just like volleying rocks at them or whatever. So just get the tooth. I don't know how you're gonna burn it because teeth don't burn.
No, it's so bad.
But do something with it.
Do something with that tooth.
Put it in the cow's butt and with the lighter.
No, God. Oh my God. No. Okay, so the guy John, he went to the farm, was ready to tell McNaught his son's message. Oh, is this the people before? Okay, I'm getting all these families. McNaught's the family, not the family this is happening to now. This is the family before who this happened to. So many families, it's confusing. So we went home to tell McNaught, but McNaught had already died. The dad had died. It's so sad. So he couldn't even tell anything. So John, the friend from the army, he's like, well, fine. Bob didn't even tell the new owner about the curse or the way to stop it. Nice, John. How do you sleep at night?
You just take him like a gift basket, like welcome to your new home. Lift the slab, burn the tooth. Bye.
Bye. Here's some bread. But he did tell the local minister. So, okay, wow. Somehow word got around, though, and the new owner did move a slab and found a tooth or a piece of bone. He burned it as instructed and he never experienced anything strange at all. Interesting. Okay, now back to present day 1600s. To the original family, the Mackeys. So Telfer, the minister, had a look around the farm, and strangely nothing untoward seemed to happen to him. But as he was leaving, though, stones began being flung at the house.
With the stones.
And the family declared it was the work of the spirit. Well, duh.
Yeah, obviously.
The minister agreed to return on the Sunday. This is written so weird. To lead the family in prayer in hopes of driving the evil spirit out.
We couldn't just do it then.
I know. He's like, bye.
I got a 3 o'clock with Mrs. Smith. I've been invited for her delicious homemade apple pie.
Sorry about the stones.
Yeah, we'll deal with it later. Just learn to
So
duck.
weird.
Bob and weave. Bob and weave, guys. I'll be back next Sunday.
So sad. Okay, so when he returned and was praying with the family, he began being belted by the stones that seemed to come from nowhere. So maybe he had a little sympathy for them then. Now convinced that the family was indeed under attack, wow, thanks, he agreed to return in a couple more days, better prepared.
With what? Like a helmet?
Like a tennis racket? Yeah. We're funny.
We are.
Jokes for days.
I can volley these rocks as well.
A few days passed until Telfer returned. Thank God. He started by leading another prayer, and predictably, he had stones launched at him again. This time, though, the spirits decided to take it up a notch. A loud crack was heard, and the minister doubled over in pain. He claimed he felt as if he had been whacked on the back by a large, heavy staff.
Ow!
I know. Again, it's not like a walking stick.
No. It's very, like, specific, too.
Yeah, it's like a...
It was a staff.
I know, it's like something a wizard has.
Yes.
I feel like, why did they... Okay, whatever. Although there was no such weapon to be seen. So, obviously, he wasn't hit by an actual staff. He recomposed himself, only to be hit again and again by the same invisible staff. The Mackey family claimed that they could hear the sound of something colliding with his skin. Like, they could hear it. It's really gross.
Whack.
Ew, yeah. So, as the prayers continued, knocks and bangs were heard from around the room with no obvious source. Those in attendance said the noises sounded like someone or something trying to find an entryway. How can I get in? Let me... God.
I don't know what doors are. I'm just... Why do we kick these walls?
On walls,
Can't they
no
just
doors.
walk through the walls?
Right. You have no mass.
No.
Just go on through.
You could volley stones. Why is this an obstacle?
The walls are just really just really confuse them. So the minister's still trying to pray. It's not working. I try something new or a new prayer maybe. He felt something pressing on his arm, and when he looked down, he saw a pure white hand gripping him. The hand was connected to an arm that ran up to an elbow, then nothing. Ah! Just
a disembodied
elbow, arm, hand. That's so horrible. Was it like
some people may call that a forearm?
That's so creepy, though.
That is creepy.
So I think
I
he's
have like a Halloween decoration that's just that.
Yeah, imagine that on your arm.
It's just like a bloody, just torn shirt.
I think he left. He's like, goodbye.
I can't help you.
This has gone too far.
You didn't even bake me an apple pie.
Right.
Not worth it.
So inside the house, the spirit also continued to torment this family. So this poor family. They were dragged around the house, which, like when you see that in movies and stuff, it's like gross.
Yeah.
Their blankets were pulled off them when they were trying to sleep, and they were pulled out of bed. That's like, those are my 3 worst nightmares.
Yeah.
Being dragged around my house, blankets being pulled off, and being pulled out of bed. Ew, I thought that was going to happen all night at that B&B.
Yeah.
That the crypt keeper was going to come in and pull me out of bed. He wouldn't have very good traction with his Crocs.
No, he
socks.
wouldn't.
But whatever.
We'd win.
We would totally win. Furniture was moved when no one was looking. Chests and wardrobes violently shook. And of course, they continued to be a rain of stones. So again, that minister came back, which is nice. He's not giving up. And he called some more ministers. Come on, I need backup.
The brotherhood.
All right. To fight.
I imagine walking in like a gang. I feel like they all have like leather vests that say
there's like a fire explosion behind us.
The priests.
Yeah. And they came to fight what was now being known around town as the Trouble.
Accurate.
Yes. So they arrived at the house, and the Trouble wasted no time getting to work. Rocks, much larger than before, were lobbed at them. One of the ministers suffered a bloody head wound from a stone. Oh my God. Jeez. And then had his wig ripped off.
That was just become an episode of The Real Housewives.
That's an insult to injury. Why do you have to rip my wig off? Now my secret's out. Everyone thought that this was
or did they wear like those powder wigs back in those days?
That's even more funny.
What is that?
Everyone's George Washington.
They still do that like in England? Like judges or whatever they're called there. I think they still wear those. I don't understand. Anyone listening from somewhere in Europe where they still do that? Why? I don't get it. I'm sorry, but that looks ridiculous.
Yes, it does. That's not an unpopular opinion.
Because they are so, like, at least get like a They're powdered wigs.
I know.
Like, they're not. And they all have like little curls.
I know exactly what you're talking. George Washington wig.
Yeah, hook them up with some extensions.
His had like a little pony.
Yeah, but it was still a
Hamilton.
powdered wig, but it was just pulled back.
And what does powder mean? Literally, they just took powder on the wig? Why? To make it as white as possible?
Yes. So imagine when the stone hit him, no one could see because it was just a cloud of powder.
And then it's like,
Where's Randall, everyone? What is this crazy witchcraft?
and then they just ripped his wig off. So freaking rude. I mean, like, that was unnecessary.
It really was. But that's funny. But guys, I see you. I like you. With the cows and now the wigs.
And then more compost appeared and caught fire. Just literally a mess. It's a total mess. And then the compost was being thrown at the minister. Not my wig! The other ones are just so afraid their wigs would be ripped off now.
Or stained with compost.
What?
Well, even the powder won't cover this up. Or it's like singeing their wigs. Or maybe just the one guy had the wig. We don't know. We don't know.
There's just old potato rinds in their wigs. So gross. It's just really mean to rip someone's wig off. It's never okay. Not in any sort of fight. This is the Real Housewives.
It really is. They do that all the time.
Oh my God. It seemed that the Mackeys were out of options and no one could save them from the trouble, not even the wigged ministers. But this was when Mrs. Mackey realized that there was a loose slab by the front door. How did she just randomly...
Well, once again, let the women do the work.
Exactly.
Just like
It's what your
shirt
shirt
says.
says. Thank you, TCO. We
love
you.
you, Patrick and Jillian. You're amazing.
So she lifted up the loose slab. Underneath found 7 small bones, flesh, and some blood, all contained in an old folded piece of paper. Ew. What? Okay, great. So she took all those items. She brought them to the minister. Excuse me. And while she removed them, the trouble started again. More thrones. Fireballs. This is really escalating. And bed sheets were bursting into flames.
Were they outside or inside?
I don't know where is safe. So much fire. God.
It really is. I'd be like, can't you burn something else? Like this, I bet bed sheets were not easy to come by back in those days.
You had to like make them with a loom. I don't know. But as soon as the minister took possession of the blood, flesh, and bones, everything stopped. Who knows why? In the middle of April, the Mackey family briefly moved out and some neighbors watched the house. The neighbors reported no strange activity, so the Mackeys thought, hey, it's all good. We're moving back in. But as soon as they returned, it started again. Oh my God. Now when people were struck... This is funny. Now when people were struck by the invisible entity, they would hear it saying, take you that!
Now, is it Yoda?
Do they mean take that you? God, this article. Take you that, more stones and pyromania and mud flinging.
Sounds like Coachella.
Oh, Woodstock 99. What a great documentary on HBO Max.
It really is.
So entertaining. Why was DMX there?
I don't know.
It didn't really add up. He's like, why am I here?
He was asking the same question.
Right. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, great. The next day, the house caught on fire. This is just so bad. And the Mackey family moved out, obviously. They fought all day to put it out. 3 days later, members of the community met in the cow shed and began a group prayer.
The cows are like, can we get out now?
Yeah, we don't really want
not
this.
to run away.
Oh my
Can
God,
we be
right?
out of the outbuilding?
As they prayed, they saw a black mass in a corner that grew like a dark cloud until it filled the whole room. Those praying had mud flung at them, and some felt like they were being violently grabbed and had marks and bruises for days to come. Ew.
Ow.
Ugh. Suddenly, after much prayer, the dark cloud disappeared and the trouble was gone. On its way out, it set fire to a sheep shed. Bye, bitches!
Well, are the sheep in there, though? That's a terror. Someone get those sheep out.
I know, what a way to just...
What a parting gift.
F you. Goodbye.
woof, just up in flames.
Burnt wool.
What did the sheep ever do to you? Jeez. Well, now they have no way of making new bed sheets. The sheep were their source of, I don't know, I imagine everything was made out of wool back in those days.
Oh, God. You're
So
just sleeping
itchy.
on wool sheets. Horrible. Oh, Lord. And oh, my gosh. So the farmhouse ended up burning to the ground, and all that remains today is a dead tree.
Oh, God.
What?
That's
Okay.
sad.
And no one really knows what caused it all. What caused the trouble. There's another article I have here. Same kind of thing. We're going to leave it at that, you all. Oh, my God. I'm literally crying.
This was a doozy.
Okay,
Were
folks.
we worth the wait?
Yes. I can't take off my pants because I am pants. Anyway. Hi, please rate, review, and subscribe and follow us. We really appreciate it.
Share us with people, guys, please. We're desperate.
We're begging you. Go to our link in our Instagram and Facebook. We've got some merch available, and that's all.
Bye.
Bye.